We are rigged and we are running. We're going to the Adirondacks. Date with destiny. Always look forward to our early summer trip to the Adirondacks. We're taking a canoe this year. A Sports Pal, no keel on it. It's going to be perfect for the river. Perfect to get into Nelson Lake or whatever other lakes we decide to hit, like the Moose River. So, we're on our way here at Pattersonville Rest Stop in the Empire State. Rigged and running, the Adirondacks. Governor Clinton's Erie Canal here on the Mohawk River. This is an amazing thing. You can see that the gate up above has just shut, which is going to then allow this gate here to open up. And when this opens, the water level will go down to the level of the Mohawk River below, allowing boats below to sail in. They'll then shut this gate and open that one, and the water level will rise to the level of the river above, and the boats will sail on. This is just brilliant. It's pretty old technology, locking. And this canal, built by Clinton in the early 19th century, Governor Clinton. It was actually built by a lot of Irishmen and a lot of engineers trained at West Point and a lot of local boys that were looking for something to do. Farmers and woodsmen who got jobs digging this canal with shovels, really. They hadn't invented the steam shovel yet. That doesn't get invented until the 1840s. An American engineering exploit of the early 19th century that would create the great Empire State of New York, really connecting the Mohawk River here with the Great Lakes way out west and the Hudson River and therefore the Atlantic Ocean. It's an amazing engineering feat, the Erie Canal. And here you can basically watch it in operation. And this is the Mohawk River Rest Stop, and it's really kind of a place you could spend a little bit of time, you know, if you wanted to get out and explore. Very, very awesome. You can see all up and down the Mohawk, a series of dams and locks allow for the canal to function. Every summer, we'll take a trip out into the western and central Adirondacks to do a little bit of camping and fishing, meet a few friends, and have a ball. There's so many options out there. You can decide you want to go after brookies in the little woodland streams, or browns and rainbows in the beautiful mid-sized rivers. And if you want to catch bass or pike or assorted species of lake fish, panfish, all kinds of stuff, you got the Adirondacks. And you could basically spend years fishing and not fish the same lake or spot twice. It's that kind of place. And while we're out there, there's all kinds of history. Well, in this episode, we're just doing a little spotlight on the Erie Canal, which was created by DeWitt Clinton, begun back in 1817, and the idea was to take that massive state of New York and try to link it together. And bringing the Great Lakes traffic around Niagara Falls and down to Albany was a brilliant idea and led New York to flourish. So on the way up to our destination, we decided to hit a river that flows into the Mohawk and investigate, me using the Euro Nymph and Hank and Pat throwing hardware. We were planning on basically banging around in this stream for a few hours and then heading to the cabin where we could prepare something to eat and enjoy the twilight of a summer night. That little bangaroo right there. Somebody taking a shot at that fast water. He's dragging him over the top.
Oh, it's a good fish, though.
Is it? Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's a good fish, Dan, man. Look at the head on that thing.
Yeah, he's got a big, monstrous head. Look at the size of that.
He's got a huge dent in him like an eagle came down.
Yeah, I see that.
He's all scarred up on his back, but he's a beautiful, big, wild brown.
He probably got nailed by a blue heron or something. So after a little bit of summertime trout action, we got up to the camp, got ourselves settled in, and Hank started working on cooking dinner. And he's becoming an aficionado of the Dutch oven, in which you basically make a stew. And setting the Dutch oven into a open fire, let that cast iron do the work. Now Hank will remark that the key is the order in which you add the ingredients. And I'll report that that is important. And as Hank does this, I'll be heading up and cooking some wild mushrooms. I gotta go.
We're going to check for doneness by testing how tender our taters are.
Oh, the taters. Oh,
it cut nicely. We might have to sample just one little piece of turkey just to see how this tastes. The broth looks nice and rich.
Oh, this is what you do when you know math. You know, you can proportionally set the biscuits appropriately.
And then one in the middle.
Yeah, see?
Well, that's starting to heat up, which is beautiful. The top has a lot of coals on it. We're going to drop a couple more coals.
It's really important to cook wild mushrooms thoroughly. I'm about where I want to be with these guys, and I'll tell you, the consistency of these things, it really feels like chicken. Now, it doesn't taste like chicken. It's got its own unique flavor. It tastes like meat. What kind of meat? I don't know. That's what's awesome about it. Kind of thing you can't get in a restaurant. Well, most restaurants. Look at how it's cooked down. You can see these little guys have shrunk on up, getting brown. Oh, they're looking so good.
Ooh, that looks good too.
They're completed. Now you just grab a piece of those mushrooms. Yeah. Is that like chicken or what? Isn't that weird?
Smells good.
Grab a piece of the chicken.
It tastes like mushrooms. It's good. Seasoned very well. We are now going to remove the top, hopefully revealing beautifully browned biscuits. Not raw biscuits, not burnt biscuits. We shall see. And what do we have here? Oh, very nice!
Oh, look at that.
That's what you call a win, by the way. And now, we go eat.
Already hooked up in the canoe. Pat's got a smallmouth. Nicely done.
That was quick.
Quick smallmouth. The first cast, he whacks one. Yes.
One right away. Here we go, pal. Guess who's not getting skunked today?
Yeah, you're already on the board, baby. That little spinnerbait, he's got a second one.
There it is, Hank. Number 2. I can spend my day in the river. Oh, we came off right there.
The river's got a lot of good fish.
That's a nice fish, too.
Yeah, he was bigger than the last one I saw him. He had a little bit. Yep, you're gonna have to return that to the proper shape.
Is that it right? That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna have that V shape to it, but you'll be able to tell.
It's like a 90 degree.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell when you're running it, because if it's not running straight, you just
It's doing its thing now.
yeah. As long as it runs straight. Pat's got that little spinnerbait down. Oh yeah. How pretty is this with the spruces in front of us and the hill? Pete's on.
Gosh darn it.
Oh no!
Golly.
Oh. Oh, Pat's got one? Hank's got one?
Hold on. I gotta a crappie.
Oh, nice crappie.
Good smallie. Good.
Stand down. What you got?
Largemouth. They love this cowboy in here. Like, I crush him with this.
Not what I was trying for.
The cowboy slays the largemouth. Yes.
Tell you, man, that smallmouth fought.
Hey, there I saw it. Got the whole thing on film.
He went under the canoe. He wasn't that big when it got him out of the water, but when he was fighting, I was like, cut it out.
So the Moose River was dammed up in several places, especially these kind of ponds that we're on right now. And they would hold back water for the log drives because they wanted to make sure that with the snow melt there'd be enough water. So there's several examples of ponds like the one we're on now that were literally lumber water reservoirs, log drive reservoirs. And they're meant to be up and down. The old dam is gone, but the beaver has replaced it with his own. That's what Daryl was telling me today. Daryl Henry, Adirondack historian. See how it made that big run? Oh, it's a pike.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna net it. That's what we don't want to do, boy.
Guess what I can't say anymore.
Ah, come over here, boy. Here's a pike. That's about a 22. Here you go, Pat. Now with the spinnerbait, you're okay because you don't take one hook.
You know, well, you slow down in there, pal. You know what?
Grab him by that tail and just give him a waggle. He was thinking he was a trout for a second. He all went belly up and got all dramatic.
I think you're standing there for the assist.
Oh yeah. Check your knot and stuff.
Oh, had a good hit on the lizard.
The lizard! There's a lot of bass in here. I imagine pike. Oh, you got him on the absolute. That is the absolute pike killer. I made that as the pike killer, Pat. Notice the colors.
Oh, yeah.
It's made to catch pike. It's like every color that I can think of that they attack without mercy.
Oh, I hit him again. Crushing it. He's not eating it. That happens a lot with the lizard. Right there.
That was hilarious. Pat dropped the spinnerbait off the rock. Basically let it slide into the water. And boop!
Right after I was done saying, I've never caught a pike in this lake.
Yep.
All right, time to go home.
Right after I was right here, and then said, I think I'll go get a lizard.
Pat, right behind us is a deadhead. Big log from the logging days that's coming straight up out of the water, deadhead. Really cool. Like, you got a motorboat in this lake, that's going to put a hole right in you. And I'll show the camera because the theme of this particular fishing historic places is going to be Adirondacks lumber. You see that deadhead right in front of us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're talking about a log that might have been in the water here for 70, 80 years. And that thing is floating up. And that is so dangerous when you're talking about power boating. There's another one over there. There's a bunch of deadheads in this area. That's what this is. Yeah, that's why the pike are here. Logging has always been a major part of the economy of the Northeast, and it still is in places like Maine and the Adirondacks, where once upon a time rugged teams of men sequestered away in logging camps for months at a time did some serious work and it often involved winter work when it was much easier to move felled trees using teams of horses across the frozen landscape. And move these trees they did down to rivers whose level would rise in the spring floods to allow log drives to take place. Now, these log drives are, by our standards, unbelievably dangerous, and the guys who worked them, almost crazy to us. These men, called river jacks, meaning the guys that danced around on the logs, and pig yorkers, meaning the guys who stood on the banks with big poles and got the jams cleared when they could from the sides, did amazing things, and often crowds watched. Now, these log jams didn't always clear easily, and in some cases dynamite had to be used. But thinking back, when we're fishing the river with all the deadheads we're seeing, it's an amazing thing. This is a picture, by the way, of loggers on the Moose River.
Oh, that is that good.
I'm going to go for your technique. I'm going over the rock. Yes! You just jumped the rock. Oh, it's a new technique for pike. We're going to tell Pete. All Pete's lures are going to be chipped. Their history being central. What do we got here? Is that? Oh, it's a bass. All right. Yes. Ooh. The chuck bug. Chuck bugs have been hot. As soon as you get your thumb in there tight, it's going to be fine. Yes, he's a healthy looking beast. He came right across the pod here or whatever to hit that spinnerbait. You see what I'm talking about though? You get down here, the bass are lively because the water temperature's 10 degrees cooler and there's a lot of bait here. I didn't have the camera on. That was a big pike. He came right out of the water after that. Oh, that was a beautiful pike. Oh, man.
I asked for it before, right?
Look at what he did to the spinnerbait skirt. Oh, no. Didn't break me off, though. Wow. That pike came out of the water like a rocket. I wish I had that on video. I didn't have the camera on. I had shut it off. For what purpose? I don't know. To save batteries? Yeah, I guess. That was stupid. He was a fat pike. You see how? That was honestly the best pike hit. Maybe I told you a couple of years ago, one came out and missed it, but that was much closer than that one. I almost feel like he was going for the blades. The way he jumped out like, oh, there we go. Good fish. Good fish over by the beaver dam.
It's not coming out.
No, he's down. He's diving. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm doing the getting dramatic, you know. Oh yeah, Mr. Pike. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Pike. Look at him swirling around like a big turd.
Oh, yeah, he's nice.
Okay. I gotta get yeah, right here. I got him. I get him. All right. I should be able to do it. I just gotta pop his. He's so big. I gotta put his head in. Look at how big he is.
Wow, that's a pretty boy. Tell me you have your camera on, right?
Yeah, I got the camera. And oh no. Oh yeah. So that's what we've been going for. Pat got one. This may be a little bigger than one Pat got, but that's a nice northern. Ah, yeah. And they are squirmy. Dramatic. Yep. There we go. So, look at that. Oh yeah. None the worse for wear back in the water. Oh. Take the spinnerbait off, but he's got a bass. Yes! That's what we've been going for. You come to the Adirondacks for Adirondack red eye. Yes, this is what it's all about. Yes.
Oh, look up ahead.
Oh no! Those things. Mr. Beaver is just ruining everything for everybody. I bet you this one has no etiquette either. See? None. Absolutely rude. Outrageous behavior by Mr. Beaver. That one show. Oh, yes! Oh, yes. That is the smallest bass I've seen caught in a long time on any kind of bait, you know? Oh, no. There we are.
Well, you know what? You say 2 words and you catch 2 fish.
Mmm. I said, I gave him a Oh, here we are taking a hard right. That's okay. We can work back. I think. Yep. Where he should have been. He's going to catch a smallmouth. He wants to be in a little current. Look at those rapids. Yes, it would. Hey, we took on the Westfield. This river's crap compared to that. I'm going to stroke you like 5 forward so you can hit that back, that opposite shore. There's a log over there that looks suspect. Oh. No, I'm going to go over here on this side. You work that log because we're still moving. We don't want to get too close to the river of no return. And that's probably one of those old dams, and you can actually see there's.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Yep, and I bet you that's a dam from when. Oh, I got it over here. Keep reeling. Don't slow down. It's a dam from when they were doing the log drives.
Yep.
And this log right here is probably one of the logs from the log drive. Look at that, huh? it becomes a quite wild river right there. That's crazy. How close dare we get?
Oh, where the fish.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine if we got like a decent pike and he went down there?
No.
Yeah. You'd be like, Pat, we gotta chase him.
Yeah, what's the definition?
Yeah, no, yeah. So this kind of trip that we took is a bit of a workout. We had to walk the kayaks and canoes into the river. Oh, maybe almost a mile. But we're fishing some really beautiful, unspoiled water, surrounded by Adirondack Park. About as good as it gets in terms of a great afternoon of fishing in the natural environment without jet skis and motorboats whipping by. And of course the Adirondacks are much like what they were long ago. It's a forest full of beech and birch and oak and maple, and it's still got its lumber potential, but much of it is carefully protected for us all to enjoy.